rubbish once a fortnight, and then they say, oh, it's because we're saving the planet, because it's recycling. This bloke goes over to India, finds all your rubbish on a tip there.
Oh, you got your period, Carol.
No, I haven't! Well, you know, I think it is a giant con, actually, and I still do it because I have to. And also, you know, I just think the problem with rubbish is in other countries, they don't get so much rubbish because they buy markets, they buy from farmers, they buy from butchers.
Yeah, we love our packaging.
We don't have that. We have supermarkets that package everything in 10 tonnes of plastic, and that's what I think the problem is. You know, it's about finding people, and it's about the packaging in supermarkets. That's what needs to be sorted out.
Right, time for another shot at today's competition, where this week we're giving you the chance to win £10,000 to spend on whatever takes your fancy at Marks and Spencer. A patisserie is known for selling which of the following? Is it A, fruit and vegetables, B, newspapers and magazines, or C, cakes and pastries? Call 09012 931 941. Calls cost £1 from BT landlines. Call from other networks may be higher, and for mobiles will be considerably more. Text A, B or C to 63303. Text cost £1 plus one standard network rate message. Digital satellite viewers can enter by pressing their red button now, and you can also enter for free at itv.com. Entrance must be 18 or over. All lines close at 10 AM on Saturday, 13th of September. Entries made after this time won't be counted but may still be charged. Right, it's the age-old dilemma. What do you do when you realise that you fancy someone? Do you risk rejection and making a fool of yourself by letting them know, or are you more subtle, hoping that they may take the hint? Well, according to scientists, the best thing you can do is come out and tell them, because they're then much more likely to fancy you back. So would you ever dare to be that upfront about your feelings?
God, no. Not in a million years. But, you know, I have done it on this show. I have, you know, I've made it quite obvious that I've got a bit of a crush on Russell Brand and Danny Dyer and whoever else, and so they kind of know. I mean, so that, in a way, is sort of, you know, third-party rejection, because none of them have tried it on. So, you know, so there's my lesson. So, no, I don't do it, and I just can't. I can't ever imagine going up to someone and saying, I really fancy you.
No, you don't have to say that.
I can't even flirt.
Well, that's why you didn't have sex for 7 years.
No, it's not.
No, it is, because I think with you...
I just couldn't get it.
That's
not true.
You couldn't get it because you didn't make it obvious. And I think I've seen you sometimes, if someone's been interested, and you come over a bit... You go a bit stroppy, and I think it's the fear of rejection that stops you from letting it know. You know, and I think that's what you need to know, that somebody fancies you absolutely categorically.
Would you go up and let someone know? Would you actually go up and say, look, I really fancy you?
God, yeah.
Would you? To their face? What, you wouldn't get your mate to go over and go, my mate fancies you?
I told Stuart, our warm-up man, that I fancied him earlier.
Did
I
you?
made no bones about it.
And Will.
And Will.
And Dave.
Yeah, I told them all. No, I just think there is a way. You don't have to say, I really fancy you. There is just a way of making it known. And I get a bit cross with my friends. There's a few girls at Waterloo Road who are just rubbish flirts. And, you know... Yeah, just absolutely rubbish. And I go, well, why don't you just make it clear? And the other day I had to tell somebody that she fancied him, like I was Cilla Black or something, do you know what I mean?
Or 12 in the playground.
Or 12 in the playground. Yeah. But it's worked, because now he knows he's going to ask her out.
Well, see, I think sometimes the chaps do need a bit of help. Certainly when I first met David, he is not, you know, he's not somebody who's going to presume that every woman in the world fancies him. So, you know, I did sort of have to help him along there and let him know that I did like him. Otherwise, he just thought I was being nice.
But how did you let him know? You didn't go, I really fancy
you?
No,
not at all. But it was just, you know, with
the gradual
thing.
I think you have to be subtle. I think if you go up to a bloke and go, I really fancy you, A, he's just going to think, phew, I've pulled tonight. You know, so, I'm in with a chance.
And?
Yeah, but... yeah, I know, but you don't go up and say, I fancy you, meaning I want to go back and... Well, maybe you do.
That's part of the fun, is that build-up.
But I also think it's kind of cruel as well, because it's like when you know somebody fancies you. If someone comes up and goes, that guy over there really fancies you, it's just a natural instinct then, isn't it, to start, well, not with you, but to start flirting.
Yeah.
Even if you don't fancy them, which is quite cruel, really.
I
love flirting.
But isn't that what happened with you and Raymondo? Somebody told you that he fancied you.
Yeah, because when I first met Ray, I just thought he was an absolute idiot. And I wasn't wrong. And so when I first met him, I thought, oh, he's an idiot. Who's the idiot at the bar? And it was actually my niece said, no, he's not an idiot. He's just he's fancied you for over a year.
What did he do then to make you think he was an idiot, though?
Because when I walked in, he turned his back on me. He smiled at Maureen, my sister, and then I smiled at him, and he turned his back on me, and all his mates burst out laughing, and I thought...
So you thought he was taking the mickey?
Yeah, I thought he was taking the
this
mick,
is
but it's
it.
because he was mortified, because he'd just been saying, oh, when's she coming in, and then I walked...
But there's the danger, though, you see. You know, if I find out someone fancies me, like, first of all, I go, I don't believe it. I mean, I just don't.
so insecure about yourself.
It's just, you know,
No, you
I
are.
do. I find it difficult. But, you know, having said that, if I'm in the right mood and I find out that someone is interested, yeah, God, I mean, it makes me fancy them as well. You know, and I probably don't need that.
But you is for someone that's actually quite shy when it comes to all that, the flirting, and like you said, she gets more on the defensive.
But then again, with a couple of glasses of wine down her, she'll, you know,
one minute she's
just
talking
in.
back. The next minute, I turn round and you can't see her. Yeah, I think
You did that at the RTS Awards, didn't you? At the RTS Awards. She was just sat there like this. I went, Carol, what will... Within about 3 seconds next to that guy, do you remember?
Yeah, I do need a bit of...
No, you're
but
not.
I am. I need...
No, you're really not.
I'm all right now because I've, you know, I've ventured
Yes, you've kind of got your
forth,
footing, haven't you?
Yes, and I'm a little bit more confident than I was. So
you are.
now I'm not that scared to go for it. But
So if
yeah,
a
for
man
long time I
verbally was to say to you, you know, I hope you don't mind me saying, but I think you're really attractive, or would you go out with me? How would you respond to that now?
Oh, shut up!
Yeah.
Shut up! Don't lie, do you? Do you really? Come on then, let's go. Yeah, no, I would. I'd be a bit more forward now.
Good girl.
I think. I don't know. I
One
need to test
final
it.
break, but join us in a few minutes when Tony Robinson will be here. Back soon. Welcome back to the last bit of banter on today's Loose Women. As ever, you've been emailing in with your take on today's topics. Carol's got one there, I think.
I have. It's from Suze, and it says, speaking of ladies' complaints, tell the lovely Denise that they are not hot flushes or senior moments. They are power surges.
Like that, don't you?
Like it. Yeah.
I've got one here from Anne. It says, girls, you think PMT is bad? Just wait till the menopause with the hot flushes, mood swings, and everything heading south. Oh, that's cheered us up.
I've got one from Tonya about PMS. This is a guide of how to ask a woman a question when they're hormonal. Instead of asking, what's for dinner, the safer thing is to say, can I help you with dinner? Even better, where would you like me to take you out to dinner?
Oh,
No, very good.
Good advice.
Talking of dinner, my 2-year-old Stanley, I seem to be raising sort of a mini Alf Garnett. The other night, I was trying to get him to sort of tie up his toys and stuff, and he just turned to me and went, Mummy, go and cook dinner right now.
Where's he getting that?
I don't know, not his dad. His dad's tasted my cooking.
Also, does he do that Frank Carson accent when he
He
says
does-
it as
yeah,
well?
he Oh, it's a bit worrying. Our final guest is a self-confessed history lover and has even carved out a new career by fronting his own archaeology show. But before he turned his hand to presenting, he was loved by millions for coming up with a cacophony of cunning plans in Blackadder. Please welcome Tony Robinson. How are you doing?
All right.
You're amongst 4 hormonal women, but relax.